afternoon. We hope you're having a great week so far, but stay with us as we bring you the very latest stories of the day. I'm Pauline Verzosa.
And I am Lourdes De Vera. Without further delay, it's time to take flight. Hold on tight. This is Afternoon Delight.
All right, it's the last day of the month, July 31st, 2024. It's also the middle of the week, Wednesday na po.
Naririnig ko na.
Oh, alin?
Si Jose Marichan, nagsi-stretching.
Nagsi-stretching
Mga
na, no?
cracking knuckles and stretch.
Malapit na ang Burr months.
Malapit na, magpaparamdam na yun.
And July went by so quickly, no? Parang maraming nangyari rin this month.
Time flies when you're in the Philippines.
Yun. And of course, meron po tayong delight of the day, as always, dito po sa show na ito. And today, we were just talking about this yesterday, ano? And ang galing, parang magic. Yan din ang afternoon delight natin, Pande Regla. Ba't nga ba yan yung naisip ulit
Ito ba
natin?
talaga tawag sa talaga? Okay, kasi ang orig na pangalan ko ay Kalihim.
Kalihim.
Yes.
Oo.
Yung Panderegla eventually parang naging vulgar evolution na lang siguro yun. Kalihim kasi, nakikita mo yung red na filling sa gitna. It's actually made from leftover bread or stale bread na nilagyan ng milk at nilagyan ng food color.
Oo.
Para
For the
maging
red.
bright. So yan muna. Actually, the process na paggawa nito is the same process na ginagamit sa mga, let's say, pandemongo, mga ganyan, pandibuko, etc., etc. So, basically, it's pudding.
Ayun.
Pudding siya wrapped in bread.
Oo.
Ngayon,
Pero ang lasa niya is matamis.
kala ko ang tatanong mo ang lasa eh.
Hindi, nung Pande
Bakit
Regla.
hindi mo tikman?
Oo,
Paborito
titikman
ito.
ko, oo.
Maraming name siya, no? Tawag sila sa akin, balintawak, ligaya, believe it or not.
Pero ganito ba talaga kalaki ang Pande Regla?
This is unusual, malaki siya. Normally, maliliit lang siya at mas bright pa yung kulay. Ito mukha ng shawarma halos eh. Yes? Ano masasabi?
Sarap.
Sarap, di ba? Ayan. Kalihim or Pande Regla. Kung bakit kalihim? Kasi parang secret daw kung yung the bread from the day before, kung anong gagawin, halimbawa ng co-workers, hindi alam ng ibang tao. Yun ang isang teorya dyan. Pero yung sinabi mo, Pande Regla, kasi malamang self-explanatory na yan.
But mas
Because it
catchy,
is,
ano?
Ha?
Mas catchy na parang, uy, Pande Regla.
Regla, you mean regal, royal, as in fit for a queen, kaya Pande Regla.
Yun ba talaga?
Sa Kastila, Latin, yun ang ibig sabihin.
Dito sa Pilipinas na...
Pwede rin, yung suot ni Donald Trump dito. Di ba?
Yeah. Ang sarap Actually, nalalasan ko yung vanilla eh.
Madaya pala siya. Sa labas lang pala siya nakalawit. Sa loob, parang veneer lang halos.
Oo.
Mautak
Medyo
kayo ha.
matipid, no? Yung
Mautak sila.
feeling sa loob. Nadaya tayo doon. Pero masarap po ang Pande Regla.
Hindi gaya ng hotdog sandwich sa 7-Eleven. Lumalagpas.
Oo, di ba?
Mayabang.
Sulit.
At ganun dapat ang hotdogs. Anyway, more of your favorite Pinoy pastries and breads. Siguro in the future. Alright.
Oo nga, para tayo mag 1 week of different mga Pinoy
Bagay na bagay sa
pastries.
iniinom mong kape.
Oo, yan talaga.
That shall not be named.
Oo, wag muna. Okay, but now it's time to see some stories on social media.
Yes.
The story was shared by the Philippine Star. Lonely Planet names Siargao as the top place to visit in Southeast Asia.
Wow, ha? Lonely Planet talaga. May Lonely Planet pa pala, ano?
O, diba? So,
Bakit daw? Ano yung kanilang mga justification? Itong si ate, taga Lonely Planet ba yan?
ayan, sabi nga nila, no, Siargao is a tropical paradise known for its quality surfing. Kasama na dyan yung Cloud9 break na regarded as one of the best waves in the world. So, Siargao daw po kasi balances adventure and excitement with tranquility and sustainability. So, maganda naman po talaga ang Siargao.
Ang hindi nila sinasabi dyan, ilan lang yung talaga nagsusurf dyan. Mas dito sila, yoga classes, ice bath, live music, local bars and cafes and a warm local community. At ang real estate, mahal na. So yung kaibigan ko, mabuti na lang. Bumili ng
Nag-invest.
property bago pa
Wow.
nagmahal. Actually, nakapunta ako dito way before the development.
Maganda na, oo.
Nakikita may potential, pero hindi ko alam, hindi ko expect na magtatayo ng mga, may ganong, magiging hipster dive na siya.
That's true. Maraming foreigners, ano? I think meron pa pong nag-viral on TikTok na tinatawag na Siargao curse. Na pag nandyan ka na daw, you won't want to leave.
Oh,
Oo.
the Siargao curse.
So, yung mga foreigner na pumupunta, or kahit mga Pinoy din, when you go to Siargao, pa-delay na daw, na-delay yung flight, na return flight.
In fact, sobrang cool niya. May mga artista na doon na nakatira, di ba?
Yes.
Oo, doon na nag-aasawa. At wala silang pakialam kahit makunan sila ng picture na bumibili sa sari-sari store ng mantika at kung ano-ano pang...
Ng Sarsa.
Sarsa ba?
Sarsa.
Ay, oo, tama.
Sarsa.
Yung pangalan ng lalaki.
Oo, yun.
Oh, MT. Tawag na siya sa initials na MT. Ibig sabihin, manok ang ulam nila.
Baka.
Correct? Or lechon.
Tama yan.
Okay, ano ba yung nasa listahan pa ng Lonely Planet? Okay, sa Bali, sa Vietnam, ang Khao Sok National Park sa Thailand, Luang Prabang sa Alao, Penang, Malaysia, and Gili Air, Indonesia. Sa Bali rin, Southeast Asia list ito, no?
Actually, ako hindi pa ako nakapunta ng Siargao, no? And I want to visit, hopefully, one of these days. Kasi magaganda daw talaga yung maraming pwedeng gawin sa Siargao. If you want to either surf or relax or, syempre, get to meet other people na rin.
Nako,
Masaya daw talaga dyan sa
parang
Siargao.
maganda yata na pupunta ka dyan mag-isa ka.
Ayun, yung mga nagsisoul-searching
kung
ba?
meet, ayan, di ba? Yung mga hinahanap ang sarili kasi pero nakipag-split yung sa kasintahan. At ngayon, nandiyan sila sa dulo.
Oo,
ng
kasi
kahoy na tatalunan.
Yun. Iconic din to, no? Hindi ko lang alam the exact name of this place, pero sikat tong lugar na to nga kung...
Alam mo, yung napunta ko yan kasi kasama ko isang American photographer.
Yes.
Halos lahat na nandoon ng mga panahon na yan, ay mga foreigner. Mga surfers.
Yeah.
At wala kang halos concrete structure na makikita, mga kubo-kubo lang. Nung tinitingnan ko kasi napaka-unrecognizable lang ngayon. I swear.
Anong taon pa yun?
That's not polite, Pauline.
Grabe naman to. Tinatanong ko
Anong year kami ng anak?
95.
Thereabouts. A year siguro after pinanganak ko, or 2 years.
Oh,
Reporter pa
okay.
ako sa dyaryo nun.
So, ito po ang Sugba Lagoon. Sabi po ng ating direktor.
Sugba?
Sugba Lagoon.
Ibig sabihin may iniihaw dyan. Kasi
Hindi.
the word sugba means to roast.
Okay.
Yes, or grill.
O baka, hindi pa kasi ako nakapunta dito, ano? Pero ito alam ko yung Cloud9, right?
Oo. Pero kung inaakala ninyo na parang Boracay yan na makakapag... Yung term na landi, doon eksakto, yun ang accurate paggamit. Nilalandi mo yung water sa beach. Hindi mo magagawa yan dyan.
Okay.
Oo. Hindi po, kasi walang white
Mabato
sand.
ba ang ano?
Yeah,
ang,
kaya nga,
mga
ang surf,
beach?
ang break niyan banda ron pa.
Okay.
Oo, so pang surf siya na medyo sabihin natin of intermediate skill level. Surf
So hindi ba pang beginner? Nag-try ako, pero medyo mahirap, no? Medyo mahirap pala.
upper body strength.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. And yung balance mo is key.
At dapat nakikinig ka ng Bob Marley.
Habang nagsusurf. Ikaw, nagsusurf ka? Naks. Dapat pala si Lord po kasama niyo pag mag-Siargao kayo.
Tingnan yung picture ng mga surfers at tingnan yung mukha ko. At
Oo.
sagutin niyo kung mukha ba nagsisurf tong taong to.
Why not? Mukha ka namang jack of all trades and you can do
Hindi,
everything.
yung mga surfers, di ba, parang ganda ng kulay nila, parang kulay kahoy. Na inukit, di ba?
Oo.
Ganon. Parang
Sa-
chisel pati abs.
Oo, sila.
Wala
Rod-
tayo niyan. Ibang surf po ang ginagawa ko.
Ano? Iba?
Ibubulong ko sa'yo mamaya.
Okay. Sige.
Kailangan mo ng VPN for that. Anyway, kayo po, you're still watching Afternoon Delight. At mo muna magbabalik po kami. Alright, babalik po ang Afternoon Delight dito po sa One News. Ako po si Lourdes de Vera, kasama po si Binibining Pauline Patricia Berzosa.
Okay, isang pasada muna po tayo sa headlines this Wednesday, July 31st. 22 out of 23 senators have signed a resolution pushing for the temporary suspension of the Public Transport Modernization Program, formerly known as the PUV Modernization Program. The resolution highlights the need for a review and assessment of the initiative's impact. That's to address concerns raised by affected drivers and operators. In related news, the Transportation Department is planning to buy old passenger jeepneys. DOTR Chief Jaime Bautista explains this is to provide operators and drivers additional capital to buy new units. Bautista says the purchase could start as soon as they complete the study on the modernization program, which is expected to be done by the first quarter of next year. Former Senator Sonny Trillanes has filed a drug smuggling complaint against several personalities today. They include lawyer Mans Carpio, the husband of Vice President Sara Duterte, and her brother, Davao City 1st District Representative Paulo Duterte. The case is over the alleged smuggling of illegal drugs in Valenzuela back in 2017, worth 6.4 billion pesos. Meantime, the former senator claims 5 individuals, supposedly named as new suspects in the ICC's drug war probe, are already in Interpol's Blue Notice. According to Trillanes, the list includes former PNP chiefs Ronald Bato de la Rosa and Oscar Albayalde. And 8 areas in Cavite have been placed under a state of calamity due to an oil spill. These are Bacoor, Kawit, Noveleta, Rosario, Tanza, Naik, Maragondon, and Ternate. A no-catch zone for all shellfish has also been declared in the province. It has not been confirmed yet if the oil spill that reached Cavite came from the sunken tanker MT Terra Nova in Bataan.
All right, meantime, authorities are ramping up efforts to prevent the oil spill from spreading further. And News 5 correspondent Mon Gualvez has this report.
Halos 7 kilometro mula sa pampang ng Limay, Bataan ang pinaglubugan ng motor tanker Terra Nova. Kasama ng provincial government, eksklusibo rin kaming nakapunta sa Ground Zero. Pansin sa ibabaw ng dagat ang mga bakas ng tumagas na langis. May mga oil spill boom naman na para hindi na rin ito kumalat.
Sabi ng Philippine Coast Guard, 24/7 o magdamagan na yung ginagawang operasyon dito sa may Ground Zero. Ang problema, malaking hamon naman ito sa mga personnel, lalo't nalalanghap pa rin yung nakasusulasok na amoy mula sa tumagas na langis.
Sa aerial inspection ng Philippine Coast Guard mula sa Ground Zero at sa mga katubigang sakop ng Bulacan, Cavite hanggang sa Metro Manila, halos wala naman daw langis na makikita. Kontrolado na nila ang sitwasyon. Taliwas ito sa mga nireport sa social media noong mga nagdaang araw na malawak ang oil spill.
May mga reports in previous days na may mga sightings in the areas of Cavite, pati yung dun sa may Bulacan Airport, walang nakitang signs of oil spill except for very, very thin na packets of...
Sa resulta naman ng water test na ginawa sa mga tubig na sakop ng Bataan, bagsak.
Alright, at this point, para pag-usapan po at magbigay ka ba at paliwanag sa atin yung mga posible pang mangyari at kung paano ba aayusin itong problema ito, kasama po natin ngayon. Para pag-usapan po ang oil spill, kasama po natin ang isang associate professor po sa Marine Science Institute
Opo.
ng University of the Philippines. Kasama po natin si Dr. Irene Rodriguez. Doc, welcome po. Magandang hapon sa inyo. Lord po at si
Pauline po. Hi, Doc.
Magandang hapon, Lord and Pauline. At magandang hapon sa lahat ng inyong taga-subaybay.
Yes, Doc, no? Ilang araw na po natin pinag-uusapan yung oil spill at naibalita nga po na umabot na ito sa Metro Manila. But Doc, what do you think, assessment nyo po on the oil spill, yung trajectory nito? And sabi po kasi ng PCG, minimal lang daw po yung oil sheen na nakikita dito po sa Manila, no?
Sheen, hindi slick, no?
Sheen, oo. So, what's your assessment so far, Doc?
Okay, so the UPMSI released a bulletin for the trajectory. So projections ng posibleng mapuntahan ng oil slick or ng oil sheen kung patuloy itong tumagas. So yung bulletin number 2 namin was released July 28 based on data that was provided to us July 27. Ito po ay bago nasolusyonan bago natakpan yung mga valves na nag-release sa Terra Nova. So the valves were closed July 30. Okay. So yung bulletin number 2, it just provided estimates kung saan pwedeng mapunta, pero hindi po yun yung updated na information. So currently, we are waiting for updates from our colleagues from the Philippine Coast Guard, from DNR, as well as the Philippine Space Agency, kung ano po yung extent ng oil sheen or oil slick kung saan ito umabot para po makagawa tayo ng mas updated na trajectory.
Opo. Mahalaga rin po yung diferensya po ng sheen at slick. Ibig sabihin, pag sheen, ibig sabihin ho nun, tama ba, Professor, manipis lang, ibig sabihin, at pag slick ay medyo makapal. At alin nga ho ba yung mas favored in terms of yung madaling linisin at halimbawa salukin? Yung sheen ho ba o yung slick?
Yung slick yung mas madaling i-contain kasi ano pa yun, medyo makapal. But you are right, yung oil sheen, pag oil sheen na ang nakikita natin, ibig sabihin, yung volume of the oil that reaches our shores, mababa na. Okay, we want the oil to be contained kaya po nag-deploy agad ang ating mga kasamahan sa Coast Guard, nag-deploy agad sila ng booms at nagpadala agad sila ng vessels that are capable of siphoning off the oil and for the containment para hindi na siya mag-spread. Okay. So we want the oil to be contained at its point source, but there are times like what we have experienced in the past na hindi kayang i-manage lahat at hindi kayang i-contain lahat. And then nagsispread and then this reaches the coast. And this is something that our LGUs have to be prepared for so that they can deploy whatever resources they have in their localities.
Nasa may bandang Manila Bay na raw sa Ross Boulevard, umabot kanina, Prof, no?
Yun po yung based on our projection released sa Bulletin 2 po namin, yung in-explain ko po kanina. So ang kailangan po natin ngayong paniwalaan ay yung facts released by the Philippine Coast Guard kasi sila po talaga yung on-site na nakakapag-check. So may visual na validation po from our Philippine Coast Guard. And what they are saying is indeed oil sheen po yung nakikita natin. So that is, I would say, considering the situation, welcome na po yung, kumbaga in terms, it's not really welcome because we don't want any of the oil spill problem to happen again in our coast and in whatever marine environment. Pero considering the possibility kasi yung dami ng volume ng oil na dala ng Terra Nova, naagapan po agad ng ating Philippine Coast Guard at ng DNR at ng ibang NGAs yung posibleng paglala ng sitwasyon.
Alam niyo, Doc, Pao, dati ang mga oil spills, medyo mahaba-haba ang mga agwat. Pero isipin mo, meron last year at this year, sabay pa. Dalawa. Doc, alam po natin ang mga long-term effects po nito sa flora and fauna ng dyan sa may mga, di ba, aquatic life, etc. Pero ano ba yung mga hindi natin masyado na unawaan ng mga long-term effects po ng mga gantong pag-spill?
Okay, so the short-term effects will be, of course, may effect ito sa ating isda, may effect ito sa ating food system kasi the oil will be present on top and then it will influence, of course, yung photosynthetic organisms that are the base of the food chain. And then, domino effect yun. Pag naapektuhan yung base ng food chain natin, maapektuhan hanggang sa isda at maapektuhan tayo bilang consumers ng mga isda na yun. Okay, yan po yung immediate impact. Ang medium-term impact will be on our ecosystem. So, yung ecosystem natin like corals, mangroves, and seagrass. Okay, may potential po ito na makapag-diminish ng quality of life ng organisms in those areas. And once they are affected, this will of course have an influence on the ecosystem services that they provide. So yung mga nabanggit ko po kanina, the mangroves, the corals, and the seagrass beds, they serve as breeding grounds for our marine organisms. So diyan po nangingitlog ang mga isda, diyan nangingitlog yung iba pang marine organisms. Some of those are edible and are sources of income for our coastal communities. Okay, so ito rin po yung tirahan ng ating mga isda. So breeding ground, feeding ground, as well as shelter nila. So in the long run, pag naapektuhan yung ecosystems na to, that will impact on the ecosystem services they provide. So yung po mga nabanggit ko kanina.
Opo.
And long-term impacts, of course, will be pag malala yung influence o yung impact ng oil sa ecosystems na nabanggit ko, then it can lead to diminishing areas for corals, mangroves, and seagrass where these organisms thrive. And ang long-term na influence yan will be on yung role nila on photosynthesis, carbon fixation. Naririnig nyo po ngayon, laging mainit ang lugar natin. May silbi po yung mga ecosystems na binanggit ko kanina para sa pag-maintain ng global temperatures.
Opo.
So, mula sa pinakamaliit na, so microscale to the macro scale will be influenced by
Opo.
calamities such as this.
Doc, okay. Kahapon, pinag-uusapan yung mga possible solutions sa pang-absorb. Hair, human hair, yung mga husks, no? Pang-absorb daw. Pero, Doc, pinag-aaralan niyo ba sa Institute yung sa isang artikulo po ng World Economic Forum from business, yung mga microbes daw na natatagpuan sa Challenger Deep sa Marianas Trench ay kaya daw kumain ng hydrocarbon molecules na matatagpuan daw sa langis.
Yes. So there are those microbes that are able to break down these kinds of compounds. So usually na-identify po kasi ito kapag, so for example, the Guimaras oil spill from a decade ago, from there, when everything has settled, some of our colleagues, some of our Filipino scientists were able to identify microbial organisms that thrive in that kind of environment. So high oil or hydrocarbon content. At ito po ay makakatulong para mag-break down yung oil or yung hydrocarbon at maging less yung effect niya. So matransform siya into other forms, and then it will just be similar to other compounds present in our natural environment. Ang problem po nito, we cannot just introduce microbial organisms in other areas kasi kailangan po nating i-consider, we don't want to introduce organisms that may be invasive or may not thrive in that area. So, magkaibang end po ng spectrum yon. Yung isa ay pwede siyang maging invasive, siya yung mag-predominate, and then that will lead to changes in ecological balance in that area. Yung isa naman po, pwede may potential siya na gamitin, pero hindi siya mag-thrive kasi iba yung kanyang ecological niche o iba yung requirements niya for temperature, iba yung requirement niya for growth. So para pong human being na hindi ka comfortable living in a situation that is alien to you.
Hindi pala porque taga-dagat sila yung magkakamag-anak sila. No?
Yes.
Okay. Prof, regarding dun sa oil sheen nga, oil spill dito, sabi po ng PCG is they're already working 24/7 kasama nga nung Harbor Star, and tinatayang it will take 7 days para nga ma-siphon or ma-contain itong oil spill. Prof, are these measures enough, and how effective are they in mitigating nga itong effects ng oil spill?
Okay, so the company handling this is Harbor Star. So they have a long history. So they have the capability and also the expertise to handle this matter. And with in close coordination with our Philippine Coast Guard as well as the DNR and the technical experts being consulted by our DNR and the PCG. So unfortunately, nabanggit nyo na nga kanina, last year this happened also in Mindoro. Tapos from there, we learned a lot and may mga natutunan natin from there are being implemented in dealing with the Terra Nova oil spill now. So the Philippine Coast Guard was really very instrumental in handling the oil spill last year, and they are again in front of, so kumbaga leading the efforts in dealing with the oil spill response for Terra Nova now. They are skilled and they have the technical expertise. Siguro lang po, if there's one thing I can probably mention,
Aba.
they need more support. So in terms of budget and capabilities, like last year kasi nahirapan tayo for Princess Empress kasi medyo mas malalim kasi yung area where it sank.
Apa.
So hindi yun naabot agad ng divers as opposed to Terra Nova now na medyo mas mababaw. So kaya po siyang marating ng divers. So if we can equip our Philippine Coast Guard and the LGUs with unmanned vehicle na kayang pumunta sa ilalim at maggawa ng inspection, that will be very instrumental in dealing with response in the future na sana hindi
Pag
naman
mga
ang
ganito
mangyari.
pagkakataon, Doc, Pao, no? May imagine mo yung napakalaking misteryo pa rin ng karagatan. At Doc, bago tayo magpatuloy, congratulations pala sa UP Marine Science Institute. Sa mga bagong graduates, no?
Yes,
Class of
of course.
2023-24. At wala pa yatang 20 sa isang klase.
Ganun
Doc,
ka.
marami pa kayong gustong itanong about yung pagiging quota course ng Marine Science at gaano ba kahirap ito? Ano bang mga career options pagka-graduate? Pero I think we reserve that for next time. Pag career, career orientation siguro. Doc, maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat. And I would welcome the opportunity to discuss career opportunities for marine scientists in an archipelagic country like the Philippines.
Yeah, tama. Last year, may dalawang binigyan ng award, UP Alumni Awards. Galing alumni po yan ng UP Marine Science Institute. Nagpapasalamat po tayo kay Dr. Irene Rodriguez po ng UP Marine Science Institute. Right.
Okay, this is still Afternoon Delight on One News, but it's time for another breather, and we'll be right back. Keep it here.
July 31st, 1964. Ranger 7 transmits pictures of the moon back to Earth before the American space probe smashes onto the lunar surface. 5 years later, the first men set foot on the moon during NASA's Apollo 11 mission. 1777. A young nobleman from France begins to make his name during the American Revolution. The Marquis de Lafayette, then 19 years old, is appointed a major general in the Continental Army. The following year, France formally sides with the American colonists against the British. 1972. Missouri Senator Thomas Eagleton withdraws as Democratic presidential candidate George McGovern's running mate. The move follows the disclosure that Eagleton had been hospitalized for psychiatric treatment in the 1960s and twice received electroshock treatment for depression.
My personal feelings are secondary to the necessity to unify the Democratic Party and to elect George McGovern as the next president of the United States.
McGovern taps Sergeant Shriver to replace Eagleton on the Democratic ticket. That fall, they lose to President Richard Nixon in a landslide.
The Dark Lord ascending.
In 1965,
The two men appeared out of nowhere, a few yards apart in the narrow, moonlit lane.
meet the writer who cast the literary spell that created young magician Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling, author of the best-selling Potter books, is born in southwest England. Today in history, July 31st. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.
still watching Afternoon Delight dito po sa One News. I'm Pauline Verzosa.
Pag-utusan niyo po, Lourdes Vera. Ano kaya ang latest na balita mula sa Queen City of the South? And getting us up to speed is One News Cebu Desk and the Freeman editor, Dale Israel. Dale, ano ang pag-uusapan natin ito? May 50 million budget ni Mayor?
Yes, Lord Mangudto, Lord and Pauline just came from Bohol, the island of Bohol, over the weekend. And there's a new attraction there, and it's another whale shark watching town, just like the ones we have here in Cebu, in Oslo. So this new attraction from Bohol started to become a very popular attraction to foreign tourists. In fact, the whale shark watching in Lila town in Bohol, it was started about 2 years ago, and now Barangay Taog is visited by an average of 600 tourists, mostly from Korea, mainland China, Taiwan, and European countries. So sometimes the visitors peak to 800 to 1,000, especially during holidays. So it is actually a very lucrative tourism attraction because the tourists pay 1,500 pesos, and samantala yung locals or the Pinoys will pay 700 pesos. So as far as the Visayas is concerned, Lila is the second town to promote whale shark watching. The first one being in Oslo, in Cebu province. We saw the same procedures being done in Lila and in Oslo. Rules such as no one is allowed to touch the whale sharks, and swimmers should be a few meters away. So I was there. Actually, I was there months after the Oslo whale shark watching was launched, and I saw it transform the town into a haven of resorts and businesses. When before it was just a sleepy town, and now it's a hot tourist spot. And now we're seeing the same direction with Lila, which is still a fifth-class municipality, and we saw constructions, booming constructions there in Lila, also for establishments for accommodation. So we talked to safety officers of the whale shark watching in Lila, and they are actually very strict with the rules. Only a few boats are allowed in a given few minutes, and there will be a limited number of people crowding on the whale shark. We saw the whale sharks they said those are juvenile whale sharks. Lord?
Alright, sana mapuntahan natin yan, ano? At sana yung mga locals alam yung pagbalanse at pag-treat doon sa mga whale sharks. Pero maraming salamat sa oras mo at mukhang marami pa tayong pag-uusapan in the next few days.
Before we let Dale go, pahabol lang natin na meron pa siyang isang update for us from Cebu. I believe ito yung Crying Santo Niño na
ayun pala.
nabalita. Dale, anong latest doon?
Yes, on Friday, last Friday, the barangay Basak, nabulabog sila. Ang sitio Tayud, Barangay Basak, Pardo sa Cebu City, last Friday. Because of this Crying Santo Niño image. The incident was actually caught on video, wherein the image was continuously leaking with liquid from the eyes as if it was crying. So the tears continued to flow for about an hour, and while they tried to wipe the eyes, the liquid continued to flow from the eyes and of the image of the Holy Child Jesus. So residents believe this is a miracle, but the Archdiocese of Cebu is asking the faithful and devotees to be cautious because this so-called miracle has not yet been proven yet. So the church is still investigating the incident, and in fact, only the Vatican can declare it as a miracle. So, Lord, Pauline?
May pilgrimage na ba dyan, Dale, because of that?
No, what we say na mga tao the curious ones are there. Some of them are the devotees, and the other half are curious people who are trying to find out, trying to watch if the reports were true.
Alright, abangan natin yan. More reasons to visit Cebu. Alright. Maraming dagang salamat sa iyo. Dale Israel, ang One News Desk, and the Freeman editor, Fair and Fearless, ika nga, reporting live from Cebu. Ayo, bye. Dale Israel.
Salamat.
Okay, at dahil naumpisa na rin natin ang linggong ito, hatid ang kakaibang school names. Sagarin na natin kaya, Pao. Ito na po
Let's go.
I saw the signs.
Okay, ito po ang I Saw the Signs, mga pangalan ng paaralan edition. So, ang key rito po is maayos na pagbigkas, kailangan may lambing at hindi nagmamadali daw sa pagbabasa ng mga pangalan na ito.
Hindi nagmamadali.
Okay, sige.
Parang yung prompter din, minsan.
Check natin. Yung
Sige.
first photo. Ito, Awol Integrated School.
Saan kaya ito? Nasa Lunocan, Manolo Fortich, sa Bukidnon. So, ano kaya to? May mga pumapasok pa kaya
Oo.
dyan? May chine-check kaya attendance yan? O
Without
sila ay...
link, no?
Ano kaya ibig? Awol or awo?
Awol, oo.
Basta pag pumasok ka dyan, pakita ka lagi.
Kundi baka malista ka ng Awol. Okay.
Kasi ang hirap din minsan yan. Saan ka pumapasok? Awol.
Awol.
Hindi.
So absent ka?
Hindi. Sa awol ako pumapasok. Yun.
Okay.
Sabi mo, doon na lang. Mag-aaral
Medyo
ako.
nakakalito, ano?
Ito naman.
DepEd tayo, Partida Elementary School. Sa
Sa
Muzon,
San Jose del Monte
Oo.
sa Bulacan.
Partida.
Or tayo partida. Ano ba to?
Tayo Partida.
Ano yung sabi ng logo?
Partida lang.
Partida lang.
Partida Elementary School.
Ang partida, ibig sabihin Pao, ay
Partida.
parang bibigyan ka ng advantage.
Ayun.
Kunyari, partida yan wala siyang espada. Magpatayan kayo. Parang ganyan. Mahirap mag-fencing pag wala espada. Pangalan ng ayan. Ito naman,
Ikaw
okay, lambingan ang basa sa... Pwede bang malambing to? Alin dito? Saan ang accent kayo dito? Bakero o sa... Bakero or Bakero? Elementary school naman. Nasa Cabanatuan sa Nueva Ecija. Alam mo ba kung ano yung word na Bakero?
Hindi.
Bakero.
Ano ba yun?
Sa mga Hapon na nakakarinig ngayon, mapapagano'n sila. Bakero ka rin.
Ano ba yun? Bad word ba yun?
Kay Google na lang po.
Sige.
Sa mga kapatid natin dyan, ito naman ay...
Ikaw na rin magbasa nito.
Palagay ko ikaw na to, Pao.
Ako na ba?
Dahan-dahan ang pagbasa.
Dahan-dahan daw.
Kaya may hyphen
Maniac. Maniac Elementary School Division of Gihulngan City sa Negros Oriental. Maniac. Hindi one word na tuloy-tuloy po
Maniac.
Maniac.
Oo, kasi pag mabilis,
Manyak. Iba yun. Iba po yun.
pag-aaralin mo ba ang anak mo sa Maniac.
Maniac. Maniac po yan.
Kala nyo joke yan, may logo pa po at galing po sa Facebook account sila yung mga yan. So, kala nyo nag-iimbento po kami. Ito, last na lang.
May lambing ulit, ano?
Sa?
Baha. Baka naman Baha Elementary School.
Tama, Baha. Elementary School.
Hindi Baha.
Kasi
Sa Zamboanga del Sur po ito, no?
Zamboanga del Sur, kung dyan ba ay may flooding o wala, bahala na kayo.
Wow, witty Pwede ng school name din yan. Alam mo, hindi ko na-realize, ang dami pala nga mga witty schools dito sa Pilipinas na...
Like?
Hindi, I mean, kasi 3 araw na tayong nag-aisaw na school names Diba? Meron ka pa atang entry
Marami pa yan.
Marami pa.
Marami pa yan.
Tingnan natin kung pasok yan for TV this week sa Afternoon Delight. But for this Wednesday, the last day of July, that will do it for us here on Afternoon Delight. Maraming salamat po sa panonood. Ako po si Pauline Verzosa.
At see you again next month. See you next month, Pauline. Mamimiss kita.
See you.
Next month kasi
Pero bukas na yun.
August 1. Alas 2. Impunto. Ito po ang Pan de Regla, a.k.a. Kalihim. At ako po si Lord de Vera. Dahil dito meron tayong delightful afternoon.